Hi everybody, thank you for watching Sneha Taori, and today we have somebody really special with us, and she is an international guest for the very first time on the sets of the Creative Crossroads with your host Sneha Taori. But let me tell you all, let me spill the secret, and the secret is that Alessandra is now an Indian as well. So welcome to India, Alessa.
Thank you very much.
But it's been more than 8 years that you have shifted to India?
Almost 9.
Almost 9 years. Alright, so just let me give you a small brief about she as a person. So Alessandra professionally is a Brazilian portrait photographer. And trust me, जब आप उनका काम देखोगे, आपको उनके काम से प्यार हो जाएगा. Do not forget to go and check her profiles on Instagram and then come back to this video and see this video till the very end. So, to introduce you all, Alessandra is like my second mother because everywhere, wherever I go, ये एक ही शब्द है जो मैं हमेशा use करती हूँ Alessa को introduce करने के लिए. But today we are going to have a very beautiful conversation about her journey in India from the past 9 years, and I'm very lucky to have you here on the sets of the Creative Crossroads. So,
Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling so special because this is my first podcast.
Oh my god, thank you. And now I'm feeling privileged.
Yeah,
Nice.
it is a privilege for me because this is something very
Yeah,
important.
with the great Sneha Taori,
Yeah,
of course.
you are doing very, very well
Thank
in
you.
everything what you do very well. But this is something which you are innovating here in Nagpur.
So, thank you so much for that, Alessa. Firstly, I want all the audience who is watching this video right now to know something about you as a person, your journey from Brazil to Nagpur.
Yeah, my journey from Brazil is I always used to see and read and to learn in the school about India.
Okay.
But see, we are very far.
Yeah,
Brazil
correct.
is very far from India. So what we hear is very different of the reality. But I always used to have this fascination about India. I was
Correct.
always fascinated about India, and I always wanted to come to India. Since I was child, it was my dream. After I complete all my graduation, I was working as a teacher in Brazil and then as a photographer. One day I said, I will go. Now I will make my dream come true and I will go to India.
Okay.
So it was the thing, it was very special in my heart. And when I was preparing to come, I was feeling very nervous. And when I stepped my foot for the first time here, I felt something which till now I don't understand
Correct.
completely what
Yeah.
I felt, but I felt this is my place.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
love this place. I love this place. And I was here for 15-16 days, my first travel. I came to research about an Indian photographer, Raghuvir Singh. He was from Jaipur. He was very important in the documentary photography. He was working in Paris in Magnum Agency. It's a very reputed agency of documentary photographers, of photojournalism.
Okay.
And his main work was about showing how the culture of India is, the
Wow.
photos, and at that time the photos used to be taken in black and white of documentary.
Correct.
And he innovated this because he was taking photos in colors.
Wow.
So I came to India to research about his work. I also traveled to some states of India and I took photos of many places, and I did some research about him in Jaipur because he was from Jaipur. And I was so excited. It was in February. When it was in December, I was here again.
Oh my god. Nice.
Then for 2 months, I came to make a deep research to take photos. I took many photos of people around, and it was so great for me. I was not feeling like going back to Brazil.
Wow, wonderful. So India must have given you a lot of love in that short span.
Too much. It was very impressive for me because I was not expecting
Correct.
such
Hospitality.
welcome and hospitality from people. So I made lots of friends. I stayed in people's homes.
Wow.
I went to weddings. I was invited to weddings. So it was such an amazing time which I had here. And then I went back to Brazil, but always thinking about coming to India again. And when I went back to Brazil, I met on Facebook the one who would be my husband.
Oh, and who is that lucky guy?
Yeah, Nirwwan. He was also a photographer, wildlife photographer.
Wow.
He was taking photos of jungles and all the animals, tigers, and it was very amazing for me. I was not into this kind of photography. My kind of photography was very different, this portrait. So it was so interesting, and we started talking, and he was a widower recently, and he had 2 small kids. And I also was divorced, and we started talking, and with time we realized that we were in love with each other. And he proposed me, and then he went to Brazil to meet my family.
Wow.
So he met my family, he proposed to my father. So my family was so in love with him. They were very happy. And then I also came to India to meet his family, but his father didn't like. Yeah, his father actually never accepted our relationship till now. It is being, we are married. We got married in 2014, June.
Okay.
So it will be 10 years, not 9. I said 9 years. It is 10. We will complete 10 years of marriage. And after 5 years of marriage, we had our son, Aryan. Yeah. So we are a very big family with lots of kids. Since 2 years, we are living in Nagpur.
Whoa. Yeah. The bestest city of India.
Yeah. And I have to say that Nagpur is being so good for me. So good. People are everywhere. When I meet people, they are very good. They want to know about Brazil. They want to know about what I'm thinking about India, how I feel in India. So this atmosphere that people give me is always very pleasant for me. So I love being here. And I love Nagpur. Lots of people say, but Nagpur is not interesting. It's not a big town. No, there is no any problem. I love this calm place. See, I lived for almost 7 years in a village near Bandara, a small village. And in this village, there was only cattle and buffaloes and plantations, and I loved this environment. It was very nice. Actually, that place, it is still in my heart. It will always be in my heart because it is like it was like the place I was born.
Correct.
Because it is like my second time I was born. It was here in India.
Correct.
The food I used to eat in the village, it's very special. I still feel, I still miss that food that we used to eat in the village when we used to go to the weddings, and the home of the neighbors and friends. They used to invite us, and they used to have all that Maharashtrian village food, which I love. So, and here in Nagpur, I feel very, very good because it's calm. See, I used to live my whole life in a very big city.
Correct.
It was everything, the life was very stressed, everything was always running in a very fast. And here, no, here we can calm down. Here I'm taking care of my health. I'm looking inside myself and taking care of me. I'm learning to listen to my body.
Correct.
I'm learning to change lots of things in my personality, which I have to change which I have to work on these things. So it is being very important for me. When I came to live in India, I knew that something will change. I knew that there was something very big happening.
Correct.
Something very deep. It is about spirituality. It's about changing of life, changing the way of life. So I'm learning this here in India, and India is being totally special for me. Totally special for me.
So everybody who is watching this video right now, let me tell you this clear thing, that we being in India, we do not respect our country as much as we should, being a citizen of this beautiful country. But when somebody comes from another country, or let's say from different nations, they always respect the culture and the dignity that we have in India. And that is one such thing that I always keep on praising about Alessa as a person, because you know, people out there, they always feel कि यार इंडिया में ये नहीं है, इंडिया में ये नुक्स है, या इंडिया इस चीज़ में लैक करता है, या नागपुर में ये चीज़ें अच्छी नहीं है. But any point of time, whenever you will go to this person, whenever you feel कि नहीं नागपुर अच्छा नहीं है, I am telling you, please go to this person and talk with her once. You'll actually get to realize, no, even Nagpur is a very good city to grow, and also a very good city to live in. So Alessa, that is one thing that I really love about you. The next thing that I really want to ask you is, you being a woman, getting married to an Indian guy, there has to be certain things that you really have to inculcate in yourself in changing your own personality. So did you face any challenges while this journey of transformation that you must have been through?
It is only challenges. All the time. See, my husband, when we got married, he never imposed anything to me. He gave me total freedom to live my life as I was living in Brazil.
Correct.
Everything which I am doing about Indian culture is because I want.
Correct.
So
even wearing this dress is because you want. It is not because Bhavesh wants you to wear this, right?
No, every time. I love wearing Indian clothes.
Correct.
I love wearing saris. I love wearing all the traditional attires and everything. I love this. And when we were living in the village, people used to sit on the floor to eat, and eating with hands.
Correct.
People don't use these clutters and all. So I asked him, why people do this? Because it's not only, I will also do because everybody's doing. I want to know why it has to be like this.
Correct.
And then I came to know that this is very good for health. When I was in Brazil, I was having lots of problems of stomach problems, acidity problems, lots of problems related to digestion and all. And when I came, I started researching about this thing of sitting on the floor and eating with hands. And I came to know that if you do this, you will improve your digestion and you will improve your health in all the ways. So I started doing this. Everybody at home, they were not doing, because my husband was thinking, she will not do. But then I say to him, no, let's do. Let's sit on the floor and eat. And we started. And my God, my health changed. I don't have more problems of my stomach, of digestion. I don't have these problems.
Wonderful.
Now, it's not magic. It's something that it was gradually changing and gradually improving. So every time when I have to tell, if someone complains that they are having problems in Brazil, I tell them, see, you try to sit with folded legs on the floor, keep your plate in front of you, and try to eat with your hands.
Correct.
Because this makes all the difference. The body will, the brain will get the trigger.
Correct.
That it has to start the digestion.
Correct.
The process of digestion, and everything will happen in the right time.
Got it.
About many things. These Indian bathrooms and all, this is something which also changed my life. And people will say, you are regretting. No, I'm not regretting. I am going ahead. Because, see, with this evolution, everything now became very modern and sophisticated. People are ashamed to eat with their hands. So they have to have a spoon, they have to have a fork to eat. But actually, we are going back. We are spoiling our bodies if we don't do what is right.
Correct.
For us as human beings. So this is something, of course, I will never impose this to anyone, but if someone will ask my opinion, I will say that these are things which are changing my life.
Correct.
See, my whole life, I used to dye my hair. My whole life, no, since I am adolescent, I used to dye my hair. I used to straighten my hair.
Got it.
And since few years, I say I will stop with everything. But it was something which happened very slowly. I never stop and say, I will stop dyeing my hair. Never.
Correct.
It was something so natural and good, and I am feeling so good with this decision.
Correct.
Lots of people say, now you will look very old, don't do this, you are not so old to stop dyeing your hair, you will look like they say lots of things, bad things. And I said, see, the important thing is I am being happy with myself now. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling happy, I'm feeling good about my new choices. And I discovered Ayurveda in my life. And Ayurveda, it's being something which is changing my health in general, and of course at home, in my family. So these are things that I came to know in India. I am not an expert in anything. I'm just learning, and I always want to learn. I will never stop.
Wow. So now I'll just pick up one word from what you just said, and that is the term learn. So I want to ask you one thing that you have learned from this Indian culture.
See, one thing which I have learned is, for many years, India was being looted from people who came and they did very bad things to Indians. But I never saw any Indian treating a foreigner in a bad way. All the foreigners who comes to India, they are so welcome. You know that term, a guest is like God?
Correct.
I came to see this here. I said, in so many countries, you see now what is happening in Portugal. All the foreigners who goes in Portugal, people say, you go, we don't want you here. In India, we don't have this. India is welcome.
Yeah.
They open the arms for everyone. I am a Christian. I never suffered any kind of prejudice because of my religion.
Correct.
I was always accepted. My husband, he's a Hindu, and we live very well together with our differences. And this is something very important which I learned in India. That, of course, maybe is not everybody who is like this.
Correct.
But in general, is on my experience, I can say that India is the place of acceptance.
Correct.
Because
Whoa.
I was accepted in total positive way.
Correct. Now from here again I want to ask, because you come from Brazil and a lot of people, it's not only about Brazil being another country, but here one thing that I would love to understand is, because when you have come to India, you must have seen that there are different parenting, segments or different parenting techniques that a parent does over here. So I want to ask, what is that one difference in between the Indian culture as well as the Brazilian culture in terms of parenting?
Yeah, in terms of parenting, what is different is in Brazil, and I think in Western cultures, they give too much liberty and freedom. And the parents, they are not very interested about what the kids are doing in a certain age. And here in India, the parents are there every
keeping
time.
an eye on everything that they're doing.
I like very much this thing in my husband. This is also some different thing about men in India, which I see in my home. I see the example of my husband. Is he wants to guide
Correct.
what the kids will do in their lives.
Correct.
He is always saying, every day he has something to say to kids.
Correct.
He guides so properly, and he always says this to me. Here the parents guide the kids because, and this is so important because see, as Brazilian, my family was always very open.
Correct.
I love my family. My parents, they are amazing parents, but I was not guided the way that I think it should be.
Correct.
I did lots of mistakes in my life. So many mistakes in my life because they used to accept everything I used to do.
Correct.
They used to give me all the freedom. And here I know in some part maybe it is not good because kids can hide something from the parents because the parents they are too much. But in other way, I think this is the best way to do this upbringing to the kids. They have to be guided. If the kids are not guided properly, they can fall in any trap.
Correct.
So this is something which I think is very important.
And here, after just listening to what Alessa said, all of us must be thinking कि यार स्नेहा तू ऐसा क्यों पूछ रही है? But trust me, पता है जब हम parenting की बात करते हैं, हम लोग को ऐसा लगता है ना हमारे parents हमारे ऊपर इतनी कड़ी नजर रखते हैं ना, और हम सबको ऐसा लगता है वो इतना restrict करते हैं कि हम अपनी जिंदगी जी ही नहीं पाते हैं. But to be honest, when you see the entire parenting phase that a parent does for their children, you'll actually get to realize that there are a lot of scientific reasons behind it, also a lot of factors behind it, जिसके वजह से इंडिया के बच्चों को बहुत sensible कहा जाता है as compared to the kids coming from different countries or different nations. So I think Alessa, being a third person to this country, she being experiencing a lot of parenting stuff here in India, she has got a very valid point that how she really thinks about parenting in India is really effective and energetic. So with respect to this, I just want to say to all the people who are watching this video right now that Alessa के साथ में एक separate series I think बननी चाहिए जिसमें हम लोग सिर्फ cultures के बारे में बात करेंगे, because if you know that I have been to France for an international exchange program, so I am always keen towards understanding what is the cultural differences and the traditions and everything. So basically, I just want to announce the small thing that we would be having a rapid fire now. Okay, and in this rapid fire, you would really have to be absolutely quick.
I am not quick in anything. I'm very slow, very zen. I'm in India. Don't ask me to be quick.
Okay, all right. So, but before we start with the rapid fire, a last question that I would want to ask you. That is, what do you think that makes you feel so special after coming to India? This is one question. The second question is one thing that you would like to tell about yourself to everybody who is watching this video.
See, what I feel very special is the way people treat me here in India. Every day when I go out, people make me feel special. They smile at me. People have some special treatment. Of course, I don't want to be different. I want people treat me like any other, but they treat me like a special person all the time, and I feel this so good, this so sweet. The auto rickshaw drivers, the people from the shops, everybody, they treat me so well. Everywhere, people are they care about me. They show that they care. So this is very special for me.
Okay, anything that you would love to tell to everybody who is watching this video about yourself, about the work that you do?
About my work.
Yeah, about her work, guys.
See, about my work, I work as a professional photographer, so I do portfolios of actresses and actors and models in my studio. I also do portfolios for families who wants to have a very beautiful
one picture
photo.
Is right there.
Yeah, their families should have these beautiful rememberings of special moments of their lives. So my whole life I used to take photos of people. I also love to do documentary where I take photos of people doing their work, natural, and this is the kind of work I do. And another thing, I teach my profession. So I am a photographer, and I also help people who wants to become photographers with my experience. The experience which I have valuable inputs to give to the person who wants to learn. So today I am a faculty in Symbiosis Nagpur, and I also teach in my studio. We have lots of classes for people who wants to learn photography.
Wonderful. So now everybody who is watching this video right now, let me tell you that if you want to become a passionate photographer, so there are 3 different profiles on Instagram. The one is where she actually describes about Indian culture, and she is also a very good content creator. So make sure that you go, and trust me, you'll love her expressions in every single video. So the very first one is Alessanddra Nirwwan. The second is
Alessanddra N, which is my portfolio of photography.
And the third one is?
And the third one is of architecture, when I take some very beautiful shots of architecture. I will give all my
all the links are mentioned right there in the description box. So do not forget to go and visit her profiles. So now, at the last, let's begin with the rapid fire.
Yeah.
Okay, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Favorite Brazilian dish to cook?
Pasta. Okay, pasta is not a Brazilian food, but it's Italian, but I'm half Italian. my mother is Italian.
Okay. One thing that you love about India?
Everything, but colors, clothes, food.
So, which wedding you would prefer, Brazilian or Indian?
Indian.
Just because she loves color. The very first dish you have ever cooked in India?
I know, it's cauliflower sabji. Sabzi.
Gobi ki
Sabzi.
Okay. So, mountains or beaches for travel?
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Beaches
come on.
with mountains.
Alright. First place to go in India.
Hampi.
Oh my God. What's the reason behind it?
Oh my God, it's amazing. When we reach Hampi, I cried when I go there because it's amazing. It's monumental. It's amazing. It's lots of history. The ruins that are having lots of history in that. It's really, really, really amazing experience. Go to Hampi.
Okay. Portrait photography or wildlife photography?
Portrait.
Alright. Early bird or night owl for work?
Night owl. But I'm changing this.
Okay. So you'll prefer YouTube videos or Instagram shorts?
I love YouTube videos. See, I didn't know that I will fall in love with YouTube, but today I love so much. I have a YouTube channel and I am totally in love with YouTube.
Also, I forgot to mention that recently Alessa has just crossed 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So do not forget to go and check out her profile on YouTube because she really makes insane videos about India, Indian culture and whatnot. So a personality trait that defines you the best.
Angry.
Oh my God.
My husband is here. But I'm trying to change this. No, I'm changing this.
Alright. The most accidental meetup with your husband?
Accidental?
Yeah.
Oh, it was on Facebook.
Okay. One thing that you love the most about Maharashtrian culture?
Music. I love the songs. I love Maharashtrian songs.
Okay.
Love.
If at all you get a chance to become a Bollywood actress, would you go and become one?
I am there. I will be there in some days. You will see.
Oh my God. Okay. Alright. One piece of advice for the budding portrait photographers.
You learn how to see, I was palestrating yesterday about this. So, my great tip for you to become a great photographer is you have to combine your brain, your eyes, and your heart when you will frame your photo. Then you will become a great photographer.
Okay. One piece of advice for the youth of Nagpur.
The youth of Nagpur, be proud of being from Nagpur. My God, I see people so ashamed.
Yeah.
They don't want to tell that they are from Nagpur or from small villages. We have to be proud of our roots.
Correct.
So be proud of your root. This place is amazing. Villages are amazing. Tribals are amazing places. So be proud of yourself. Be authentic. This is something which the world is missing now.
Yes.
People who are authentic. I am from Nagpur. You have to be very proud to say this.
Okay. And at last, natural life or artificial life?
Natural life.
Natural. All right. So again, one of the most important questions of the rapid fire is one word that describes Sneha Taori.
Talented. Yes.
Thank you. So that was it, Alessa. It was wonderful having a conversation with you. But to everybody who is watching this video right now, let me tell you that we are going to come up with a very beautiful series wherein we are just going to talk about the Brazilian culture as well as the Indian culture. So make sure that you stay tuned to this channel. Also, do not forget to go and click all the links there in the description box so that you can also check out the entire portfolio work that Alessa has done in her expertise. Also, not to forget to subscribe this beautiful channel with your pretty host for today, Sneha Taori. And at last, Alessa, thank you for coming, and it was really good having you, and I'm really looking forward for the series that we are going to come up with.
Oh, I'm also
Okay.
excited. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye bye. Take care. Bye.